what constitutes a dead game and what constitutes a bad game? Well, a dead game, really, I gotta say, is just a game that's offline, like it's truly dead, that there's no one playing it. And a game like Black Desert Online is not a dead game by that standard. But a lot of people have responded to my most recent video by saying this is a dead game because it's nowhere near what it was at its peak some time ago. And I'm sure that they're right, because I haven't really been around to see that or think about it in any particular way. So that led me to think a little bit more about the concept of what makes a game a bad game, what makes a game not worth playing. And is that really the same as if the game is dead, or is that a different question? Because maybe the game is a dead game by some standards, but it's still a game that's worth playing. Kind of like Blue Squadron was saying that Black Desert Online is totally pay to win. And I'm sure he's right. But my thoughts are it's not really pay to win. It doesn't feel pay to win to me as a new player. Well, maybe that's because there's a difference between a game being pay to win and being pay to play. And if you're playing the game and your goal is not to win, then can you have a good experience in the game without paying? And in some cases, with some games, the answer is yes. And with other games, the answer is no. And I feel like with Black Desert Online, the answer is yes. You can enjoy playing the game, whether it's dead or not. You can enjoy playing the game. And you can have fun whether you're trying to win or not. So maybe it is a dead game that's pay to win if you're trying to win and you're trying to do competitive things with other people. But if you're just a casual that just wants a game that you can play to kind of scratch that MMO itch, and you're not really expecting anything out of it, because to be honest, from my perspective, I don't really care. I don't care if I see other players. I do like to chat with another person or encounter other people, but as long as I don't have to party up with people to do the content that I want to do in the game, I don't care. The truth of the matter is, typically, I don't even want to really do guild stuff because I want to be able to jump into the game when I feel like it. And then whenever I want to step away from the computer, I want to be able to just get up, log off, walk away. I don't want to feel like I have to schedule my life around what a guild is doing or anything like that. I want to play the game kind of like a single player game. And I think a lot of people do. But I like being part of a world that's shared with other people, to know that potentially you could join up with somebody and do something. You can chat with somebody live that is also playing the game at the same time as you. So it's nice to be in an MMO, but I don't necessarily want the hardcore MMO experience. I like the idea of it, but I don't actually probably want that. And I think there's a lot of people that are busy, or depending on their life stages. I mean, you know, maybe I'm dating myself, but the truth of the matter is I'm pretty sure that when you're a teenager, you're a lot more interested in just living your life online, whereas as an adult, you're more interested in maybe being able to have agency over what you're doing. You want to be able to game around your life. You don't want your life to be defined by a game. And when I was a teenager, I was a lot more interested in, you know, going and rushing online to find my friends and then spend all night long playing a game online with my friends that I probably also met online. But that's not really what I'm looking for as a gamer today. And I think that's true for a lot of people. But the point I'm trying to get at is a good game is not necessarily going to be one which aligns with the narrative that is being pushed generally to define what good looks like. You have to make up your own mind as a player. What do you think about the experience? And whether you have a good experience or a bad experience probably vastly depends on what sort of a player you are and what you're looking for in the game. Probably if you are looking for a very competitive, lively experience with a lot of other people, a game like Throne and Liberty would be a much better way to go than a game like Black Desert Online. But if you're looking for a chill experience in a vast open world that's been around for a long time and you just like to run in circles and gather plants all day, then Black Desert Online might be a much deeper pond to swim in. And then there's going to be these talks of, is it pay to win or is it a dead game? And the truth is, maybe we can make cases for any of those things, but it can still be a good game despite being maybe dead, maybe being pay to win. It can still be a game that truly feels free to play and a game that truly feels like a good game. Because when I look at comments all over the internet about Black Desert Online, I see a lot of people that say the game is dead, but then I also find recent comments from people who say wild things like, I've put 14,000 hours into the game and I still log in and play every day and I enjoy my experience. So if the game was a bad game, you wouldn't find those types of responses. And to me, I think that there's something compelling about a game that's just been online for a very long period of time. For example, I was playing a little bit of Tomb Raider the other day. I played it for a few days, and oddly, I just couldn't really get into it. I got into it initially, and then as soon as I put a few hours into the game, it just started to be a game I thought less and less about. And then, you know, I kind of figured, yeah, that's all right. I guess I'll just move on and do my other games that I play every day and really enjoy a little bit more. So it's not about whether the game is the best. It's not about the game, whether the game is the best for everybody. It's really about whether it is the best for you. And you are the only person who can really make that determination. But I don't think that Black Desert is a bad game at all. And I don't think that it's a game that you have to put a lot of money into to have a good time. And I think a lot of people probably would agree with that. Though it may be a dead game and it may be a pay-to-win game also. So I do recommend giving it a try. But my closing thought and the main reason for the video, though, is we should make up our own mind about what is good for us and what is not. And the fact that something isn't mainstream enough, or it's not something that everybody is saying is a good experience, it doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be a good experience that fits well into your particular play style. And you don't know. You don't know until you give it a try and just kind of hang out and see for yourself. As always, thanks so much for watching.